Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for space, it's Burns. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. To the air, it's Sperry. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. Touchdown, Indiana! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He has the first and still on his feet. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Spur. There he goes. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And how about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Power football with the run. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Berry. Quick completion on the out. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They evened things up the last time they had, and the defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Got the quick pass. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. And to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum?
Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. They've got the screen set up. Still running at the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back into play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Might be changing the route as they get set to snap it. Time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to get the edge on the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
They kick it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Berry. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Wants to throw on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And the Canes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on third and short. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Red pass, it's complete. Turning it on. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive game.
And the Hoosiers have this offense rolling. Safe completion on the screen. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Quick completion on the outbound. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
They give it to him again. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On the move, it's Boone. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Berry. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged out of the air.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Runs through a tackle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He caught it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Hurricanes have it with a first and goal. Trying to slam it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the D deny them on second and goal. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Smith.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense has taken everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Snags it inside the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field. off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Berry. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Kick is in the air. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Sends the offense onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by... Oh, he's got some space. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Hoosiers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. Picks up the 1st down. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
The great thing about running a bootleg is it gets the quarterback outside the pocket right now. It allows him to use his athleticism. You got to drop back. You got to use your eyes. You got to play the pass first, and then all of a sudden he takes off and chews up yards so quickly.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Pittsburgh has the lead right now. The Steel City has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this. There he goes! Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's complete on the right side. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And the Hoosiers are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The snap sets up the throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown, Indiana! Oh, that may be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He's got him. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. First down here for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. It's on target and complete. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to keep it in the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Oh, a lot of space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And a little bit extra pressure on this extra point, but it's good and we're tied. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. This time he's got it. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Good timing on the quick out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Yeah, and I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a fourth down situation.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they've regained the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 31 over UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Berry. It's complete to the left. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Got his man. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Yeah, we don't have many plays left. You know, the clock winding down, we got to make something happen. These kind of plays are just crippling. They will absolutely ruin what chance you have to push the ball down the field later on and save timeouts. And so we got to get that engine going here.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw, it's Berry. Finds his big tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this offense can stay balanced because they still have those 3 timeouts in their pocket. They need to put a good drive together, but right now they're continuing to stay balanced. They might need to get a little pass happy and a little bit more aggressive after that.
Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're going to run it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He caught it. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Hurricane! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They send the tight end in motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Flips it out on the screen. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.